All right, Dick Myers. I want to get you an update on Cedar. Um, First thing I want to point out about Cedar is she's really growing and kind of grown up. She's getting bigger um, and is finally healthy and 100%. I've been keeping a close eye on her, and her teeth are looking great. No concerns. I did give her a few rounds of pain meds, like we talked about with her teeth. I also gave her some antibiotics preventatively just to make sure that those teeth that were in there didn't cause an infection. An infection in the gums is super uncomfortable for the dog. So we made sure that's all taken care of. We got her totally healthy and working again. So Cedar is a very obedient dog, a very lovey dog, a very fun loving dog, but she has definitely regressed on her retrieving. And what I mean by that is she is not carrying the bird the way that I want. She will go and pick up the duck, but then she may take it to the wrong place, or she may pick up the duck and drop it, or just kind of, not be rough with it, but just mouth it and just kind of jacking around with it. We'll see if we can get her to do it in here. She'll probably be good with a frozen bird. Well, here, we'll just use the thawed bird. Show you what I mean. She'll probably do it in here too. Um, so if I just give her a little toss of the bird, just give her a toss out there, see if she'll actually pick it up. She's doing a lot of this where she's trying to decide how to pick it up. Good girl. And we're dropping early. We're doing a bunch of that, which I don't want to encourage. Of course, she's, all gung-ho about chasing the bird. Good girl. But you can see she's really confused about what to do with a fresh duck. She's just barely picking it up. She's doing a lot of licking, which tells me that she doesn't know what to do. This is a sign of a dog that is confused. And I'm not surprised that she's confused because we took some time off from her retrieving to let her heal. So we're going to need to get her back in shape and help her understand what it is that I want. I want her to go out and pick up the bird and bring it all the way to me. So, of course, the fix for this is force fetch. So the good news is we had kind of already started on this process before, well, we started on the obedience, of course, when she got here. Sit. So she knows all the obedience. We go through that super fast. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you where we are moving through the force fetch process with Cedar. So she minds really well. Like, she is an intelligent dog. She's a dog who likes to work, and she's always happy. I don't know if you can see that tail flipping over there, but that tells me that she's like, all right, boss, what are we doing? I'm ready to work. I'm ready to go. Like, she's excited to work. I love that about Cedar. She has a great attitude, a good work ethic, which makes training so much nicer when the dog wants to do this. So we're going to just review what she already knows. Heel, Cedar, here, heel, sit, good girl, heel, heel, good girl. She's looking at me, which I like. Cedar, here, heel, sit, good dog. So on leash obedience, sharp, no problem. Sit. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce the handhold, the starting the force fetch, the part where we're going to introduce how I'm going to control her mouth. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to come down here to her level. So I'm not trying to lord over here. We don't want her to be threatened. I'm just going to mess with her face, just kind of, mess with her all around like this. Just kind of get her loosened up a little bit. I'm holding her collar with my left hand. And then with my right hand, I'm just going to casually stick it in her mouth. Give! And then I'm going to use the command to take it out. Now, Cedar doesn't really seem to want to fight me on this. She's kind of like, okay. She's compliant. She's going along with it. And plus, she loves the attention. She's an affectionate dog. So I do a lot of like ear rubbing, and she's actually kind of groaning there because I was rubbing her ears and she likes it. We just do a lot of that because she really soaks up the attention well. Slide my hand back in her mouth. girl. Give. Good dog. Most dogs really flail around, move their whole body a bunch. Cedar doesn't seem to want to do that. So I think she's going to work through this process pretty quickly. Like I said, she's lovey, and she understands the order of things. Like she understands that I'm in charge, which is nice. Which makes sense. She's been with me for such a long time, and we've done so much bonding and socializing because I couldn't do anything else with her while her teeth were so sore. So we'll do one more time. Good girl. Oh, just a little resistance here. That's good. That's good. Give. Good girl. So Cedar is zipping right through this. This is nice. So now that she's held, let's carry. Good girl. Heel. Heel. Sit. Give. Good girl. No resistance whatsoever there. Excellent. Sit. One more time. Cedar. Heel. Sit. Give. Good girl. So Cedar is doing fine. She's definitely a little bit, oh wait, I guess I shouldn't say she's atypical. She's not that untypical. She's just young. I mean, it's not it's not fair to compare each dog to each other. I know what you're probably thinking of, and when I think the same thing too, but we can't think this, and we cannot compare Cedar and Taz or any of the dogs. I mean, you can look at where they are and say they're doing great or whatever. Some dogs move through and do things very naturally, like Taz. Taz is just very, very freakishly natural retriever. Cedar, we're going to have to work at it a little and kind of break the process down. That's just a difference in the dogs. That doesn't mean that it doesn't mean anything other than that's just where they are at the moment. So Cedar's doing fine. Health is priority number one. She's very well socialized. Her and I are good buddies. I mean, I love working with Cedar. She's always got a great attitude, always happy. So I think she's going to make a great dog. We'll get her titled here by this fall, and she'll be in good shape. So all in all, Cedar's doing great. We are back on the bus, making solid progress.